Okay, guys, I think we are live. Need a minute and we'll be ready to get started. All right, be ready soon. So today I will be painting this guy like I have before. Okay, ready. Let's check the zoom. Something like this. Oh, yeah, pretty good. So in fact, I have just finished this guy here, enhancing all the highlights you see here, the lightest green, also here, so on all the metallic parts, also the tail, because it could be a bit shiny or gooey, and so reflective inside the clothes as well, and basically everywhere it needs to have this lighter highlight here under the clothes. Yeah, and the same here, and this arm there, and so the shoulders have everything done now. Face here, the helmet, and that's pretty much it. So that's the 5th out of 6. Here we have lightning effect later, coming down here, so that will be done soon enough. But first, I will finish this guy. So he needs this lighter green. You see the difference between these two, and the lighter green will define the edges better, the sharpness, and also the light. And so this is a piece of work. First, I will do all the edges, and then you see there are these reflections from the stones, so 3 on the back, which makes 6 reflections, 1 of each side, and then on these 2, well, these 4 here in fact. So let's begin. And all the oh yeah, the maces here I will do later, because there will also be some lightning effects here. There will be some energy running and some lightnings out of the balls. So let's start with the edge highlights and see how it goes. Looks awesome, big man. Thank you very much. So this very like the apple green highlight can be how do you call that? when you dot like this. Stippled. Have something here. Yeah, okay, good. And so that reflects the uneven surface that would catch some specular reflection of the ground. Because the ground, you see, there is this like this, and so there is a light coming from the base as well as the stones and the pipes. And so this uneven stippling adds to the organic feel, and kind of roughness of the material. Okay, let me take some of that black. I don't have on the palette, but I should have, just to correct this little mishap in the crack, and then I will continue. If I don't do it now, in fact, I will forget about it. So it's important for me to have one step finished and then move on. Something here is not working well. It's okay. Keep going at it until it is solved. I think something like this. And now I will take back my light green. Betty Boop, hello. Okay. Okay, good. So I will do this arm and then the second arm, etc. Kind of in a structured manner, so that I don't forget anything, because here that's a lot of edges. So here I need a pretty dry consistency of the paint, otherwise it's going to flow and go everywhere. And this is not a very hard edge, and so it's easy to get paint in the wrong area. Okay. Technically, I should also highlight this green here. It's gonna be a very precise piece of work. And because I want to reflect the ambient light from the ground, in fact, I have a lot of edges to cover. And the more I do, the more it will give off, like if I can do something here. I have to chase any opportunity to have it show here and there. And that will reinforce the effect, the illusion that there is light coming from, well, the ground, but also the pipes and everywhere. Yeah, that will be enough because this is very tricky to get. Okay, good. Exactly something like this. And like that for the stone. Here it is, highlighting this edge. Okay. Hmm. Very nice. Wow, that was tricky, but it was worth it. Just a hint for that specular highlight. Okay, and so here I think I covered too much, and so I will fix that with dark green that will glaze over it with a pretty diluted consistency like this. And get something cleaner, and all of a sudden more realistic. So here the same. Boom. Okay. Okay, back to the light green. So I like to have one area finished before I move on. That's why I would, so here I work the paint into the bristles, so hopefully I can work longer. Let me check. Yeah. Oh, something like this. Okay. Okay, let's keep it like this. It's pretty tricky to have this line. It's a very soft edge. And so contrary to, for instance, this one, easy to get. I will continue with the rest. Okay. And so these highlights bring a lot of depth into the edge highlights instead of being just one color. That's all right. Okay. The buckle here. I'm focusing mostly on the metallic parts because they are more reflective. Sorry, just, yes, now that will be better. Removed the cable from the camera. I think that this light green is particularly hard to control because it has a high amount of yellow. I don't know how often you paint yellow, but the yellow paint is very diluted and transparent. And so here I'm doing edge highlight, and so it's better to have a consistency that is slightly thicker so it doesn't run everywhere. Because of the yellow, I don't really get it, this nice consistency, and so it's a struggle. Okay, cool. This area is pretty tricky because I don't get much light on there, and so I don't really see. Okay, good enough. If I don't get the medium green, it's too stark. That's to place the light green. So yeah, this is some dedication for sure, because whoa, yeah, okay, cool, nice. I'm glad that it's done. Some edges like these are very easy, really depends. Okay, let's get back to the light green. Okay, better. Just a bit more refined here under the eyes. And the more refined, the more believable. Here I'm noticing, you see the little holes? Haven't highlighted them with the medium green. And so that's what I should do now. Take the chance to also have a stronger medium green here. If it's not thick, then I don't have much room for the lighter green. Yeah, let's see what we have now. Okay, and now let's highlight it with the light green. Whew. So that's a Stormfern Skaven Stormfern for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. For the Skaven army, so the Skaven, there are part part of the big new edition box. They had Stormcast Eternal versus Ratman, and so Ratman are the Skaven. They are big chunky guys. To scale, they would be twice as big as a human, and so pretty large, of course. They are kind of zombies powered by these green stones here. Hence here the accent on the green. So I'm barely breathing here because this is tiny. That's a bit too thick. Oh, okay. I keep it. Okay. Maybe I have a bit of highlight. You see just under the eye here there is the armor plate. I could get a bit of light from the glowing eye, but not too strong. Okay. Let me check. So that's the chest that is getting done, and the head as well. So this is pretty cool. Important areas. So this arm is done. I think I will do this arm first, and then I will do all the spikes. Yes, that was a lot of work. You see, having the reflection of on all of these spikes. I have to reload the brush because the paint kind of dries in the bristles, and so that brings stiffness, and the paint does not flow anymore off the brush. Okay, that will be enough because that's pretty tricky to get. And like this. Let me check. Okay, perfect. Again, just like this arm, I will take now my dark green and reframe this light on the cones, just to have more transition. And I do this because it's very hard to get that one light color in a very thin line on this surface, but it's easier to come back with the dark green and frame it around like this. Oops, a bit too strong, so dilute more. Okay. The other side. I think so, right? Okay, perfect. Let me check. Have I done the two arms? Maybe. And if so, that's great news. I did the legs now. That's a tricky area here, but okay. I think it's fine enough. And I saw something, yes, that's here, the blade. And the here. I will frame the okay. Let me check. Yeah, the face, and I said I was about to do the legs. So first, let's do this. You see the line here? I try to get that. Yeah, that's a perilous angle here, but all right, has worked. Try to have a little bit more here. Yeah, okay. I will correct that with a dark green. Just trying to wipe first. See if it works. Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Oh yeah. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, the other leg now. Whew. And now it's gonna be tricky. I try to do this. Well, could go well or go wrong. Let's see. Yeah, it went smooth. Whew. Cool. And here, how am I supposed to do this edge here? Or the kind of round shape here? That's a good question. Let's try like this. It's not really taking. I start with a medium green. It's because of the consistency of the paint. So oh wow. Okay. And now I do the specular with the lighter green. cool. Okay, not more, because this is very tricky. So the trickier, the more chances you have to screw up. Okay. Two arms, two legs, and what else do we have? Oh, then there is the whole back. I think I will finish the torso I have started moments ago. I'll try to finish that. Okay, cool. Just that is really enough for this area. And I will have to redo my mix. So I'll show you how I do my green, because now it has dried on the palette. Although I have a palette, it dries. Very tricky, this. So yeah, I will use this yellow and add some green. So let's go. That's my palette. Yellow. Too much green? I think it's all right. Yeah. A bit too much green, yes. It's okay, but that will work. I will add a bit of contrast medium, just because like this, I think it dries too fast. Whether it's on the palette, on the brush, it's like very tricky to work with because I have so much of it. Hoopla, here we go, like this. Okay, oof. Like this, okay, cool. Wow. And hopefully, what did you use on the base? Love the green crackling. Started with the greenish white that you can see on the base, and then I used some fluorescent yellow for the first pass, and then I think I diluted some of that green here to start with to have the shadows. Yeah, I think with that medium here that will go a lot smoother, because it was really not a joy to work with that color, not because the color is wrong, but sometimes some colors are just tougher than others, just like white. If you go with white, it's setting yourself up for rough times. Although the AK paints pretty solid. A moment ago I had a drop of this medium flying over here on my desk. I don't know where. Hopefully not on a miniature. So this is done, you see, with all the green highlights done. Just checking there is not something that would stain, but I think so, right? Let's check this one. If not these two, then it has, you know, flown away in the cosmos. Okay. Yes, white is a pain, and well, thank you for your kind words. Let's continue with this guy. It's the last one, so that's pretty nice. Really, still, I don't know if you were there at the beginning of the live, but this lighter green edge highlight is bringing so much. Now it's vibrant, and okay, let's try with the new mix and with the, how to say, the medium. I hope it will help it flow. Okay, let's do the helmet here. Okay. Um, just join, and man, the detail on him is insane. Well, thank you very much. It is a lot of detail work, that's for sure. I appreciate that you see that, because it takes the eye, I would say, to see that, like, this is tiny drop, but really, if you look at it, then you see it. But if you don't, then you don't. So right, if you don't look at it, you don't see it. So here, it's very tough. I'm afraid I could do a mistake here. You see how dry it is now? Almost not coming off the brush, and that's really difficulty. Like the glow on his tail too just makes it so perfect. Well, thank you. Oh yeah, I will highlight that too, with the light green. How long does model take for you normally? Well, these guys, I think around 20 hours each. No problem, I have 6 of them, so now it's been some time. But I would say I'm maybe a slow painter. Maybe, you know. That's a long time for one. Swing my hand, guys. Took a few months. Batch painting 6. Yes, yes. This really feels like it's getting to an end, but it has really been a test on my endurance as a painter, because yes, so 6 times 20 is 120 hours. I think that's really about it. And wow, I would be happy when it will be done, because it's a bit more than I wanted to spend initially, but because of all the effects I have added, it takes that much time to have some smooth transitions and stuff. So still, I could not have done it faster. But yeah, it's mostly painting one step at a time, celebrating the steps, and keep going day after day. I try to have some what is it already? Let me have a check. It's a dry, how to make it dry slower. I cannot find on my desk. Cannot remember where I put it. Let me have a look around. Oh, definitely each step is on. Don't recommend 30 killing gods men in one day. That was rough. Yeah. Keep go. Yep, I will. Yeah, I cannot find my retarder exactly, so that's what I was looking for. What is that? This is Skaven Stormfund. So this is for Warhammer. If you have heard of Games Workshop, I think the biggest miniature maker that you can find today, and they also have game systems. And so this is for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, which is a fantasy setting. And so these are rat people, really always scheming and preparing some nasty stuff, and this miniature in particular is a kind of a big ogre monstrosity, somewhat undead, if I understand correctly, although I'm not super big on the fluff. And so, excited about the new Skaven that was announced? I'm excited about anything, to be honest. But yeah, they like a gutter runners, something like this. Look very cool, and reminds me of the very old Skaven of Warhammer. It was fantasy battle also, and they had this kind of like ninjas. And so it's good that they redo the range. Okay, let's do this leg here. I think for the edge highlights, I will be very close to completion, and then I will have a few blends to make. And so that's always good news. Yeah, this guy has all these pikes here that are a lot of work, but I will get to do them also, of course. There is no way around. And it's funny enough, you talked of the new Skaven and these Stormfunds. I think they are not the oldest kits for sure. I think they were made in the 2010 or so. So they're not like the old Warhammer Fantasy, but they're not the newer kits, but I think they hold up very well. Beautiful. Beautiful rat monsters. Let me check if I have anything. Yes, okay, here. And if you look at the details on this, it's just unending. Forever going. Hopla, let me have a sip of tea. More than a sip, but of course, painting live like this on camera, it's easy to get going for hours without hydrating. Of course, it's detrimental. Oh, okay. Cool, like this. Trying to get an angle for this edge highlight here. Oh yeah, I went in the recess, but it's okay. It's easier to do the recess than it is to do the edges. What kind of tea is that? Also, don't mix it up with your paint water. Well, thank you for the advice. It's not kind of the same color, is it? One really, I think, I'm painting the same color, like green, greenish, yellow, green, like this. And Yeah, it's in fact here is the base place, like for the cup. It's far away. You really have to do an effort to reach it. So that's why I put the cup, well, the glass over there instead of close to me. I have a hair here on the brush. Okay, cool. What kind of tea is that? Yes, that was the question. I'm not sure. I just pick it in the drawer, to be honest. But yeah, leaves like this. I like the bigger leaves and free flowing in the cup. Okay, let me check if I haven't forgotten any edges. Surely I have, but I will get back to it later. Oh yes, the armor here. I will do it now. Okay, something like this. Now it's a bit more alive. This as well. Okay, and let me double check and triple check and everything. If you see something that is off, or you know that I have obviously forgotten, sorry, about tea, best tea. Sorry, I didn't get the meaning of what you said. Okay, now, so I think pretty much done for all the edge highlights, if I'm correct. And so I will do all the spikes that we have on this miniature. We have many on the legs. I think I've done the arms already. Cool, cool, cool. So now I have all the legs like this, and then the torso. Oh, and here on the kind of let me clean the brush and restart with fresh paint. Okay, ready to roll. Oh yeah, I said the legs here. Cool. Okay. A really tricky angle. Oof. Okay, something like this. Whew. Breathe in. It's easy to forget to breathe. but just like drinking. If you don't breathe, if you don't drink, can your brain work with you? No, I think it will most likely work against you. Oops. All right. Let me check from the regular angle. It's all right. It's all right. I might hit that here. Okay. And then the back, okay, this side also has a lot. Oof, can I get that? Okay, let's say that. Oof, it's a bit strong. Also not really visible. Okay, fine. Cool. Something is kind of working pretty quickly because this is not the main angle at all. So okay. And so I have hit the legs, very good. The arms are done. Okay, so I'll do this here exactly. Oof. I'm not sure it's the cleanest job, but at the same time it's good enough. Oh yeah, okay. The torso now. Some big stuff here. I will clean my brush. I hate how it's behaving. There must be a lot of paint here stuck in the bristles. Okay. All right. That's fine enough. So that will be refined, but I found like from this angle, if you have a reflection there, it looks very cool. Okay, nice. Now I will refine like these two here on the edges. wait for it to dry, and then I will have another pass. Okay, now getting back to the highlight. It's really hard because I don't really have a clean angle on it, so like I don't really see what I'm painting, but that may be enough, something like this. I see, not perfect but good enough. Same for here. Yeah, let's keep it like this. It's all right. And now I think so I've done all the spikes. That's pretty good. Let me check if I haven't forgotten anything. I think it's fine enough. Well, all the spikes except on the maces here, and also this area, but that's a tricky one. I will try live like this, but I don't guarantee any success. You see this ridge here, this one, it's a very soft ridge, really tricky to get. Paint is a bit dry. Yeah, look at that. Very, very dry. Okay, should go better now. If it's too diluted, it's runny. Yeah, you see like this? Oof. It's not good either. I'll try again. It's fine enough. Let's try here. Yeah, I think it's truer to the shape. And because I went a bit overboard, I will take my Starship Steel. No, let me check. Where is it? My other. Let me check what kind of paint here. To tame down the green here is a bit too strong. And the blades here. I'll take a black maybe. Well, let me check. Okay, this is better. Magnolia Negra. Black Lotus. And that will solve my problem because it's somewhat transparent. Okay. Cleaning the brush slightly so I'm not pulling on the hair. I'm really just scrubbing like this, hopefully cleaning a bit. And now you see I have this kind of green here, dark green. I will have a go of that Black Lotus contrast, so transparent. Had not spent a lot of effort on this blade anyway, so I don't really care. Darker, I think, is a bit better, so that's all right. And that will be enough to blend the green, the dark green. Here again, I have some dirty mistakes. So before it gets too crazy, everything black, back to black. Yeah. Well, this is not very, this is very deep green, very deep blue, in fact, kind of like the Draconoth night shade from Games Workshop. Okay. I think so, right? And the other side, oh, the other side, yes, is bathed in the light. I will leave it as is on the other side here. Nice deep dark black is cool. All right. Trying to think of where I should have some. Okay, let me check something. Trying to get a cleaner edge. The thinner, the crisper, and of course, the better. And because this edge is very flat, it's hard to get a clean Yeah, okay, cool. Solved my problem. I didn't dare to touch it too much, but then I thought like, you know, let's do it. If I ruin it, whatever. But I think it went pretty well. Let me check if I have any areas I have forgotten. But I think pretty much done, so that's cool. In fact, there is so many details here. Oh, okay, yes. And now I will glaze the tail. I will do under the tail. Yes, and then after that, I will see if I can get a good consistency. But I think I can. I think I do. So see here, this is very diluted, so that I keep some gradient. More water. Oh yeah, it's even better. Although the water is kind of making the paint spread. I don't want to spread too much. That's a bit stuck here. That may be enough. Okay, this maybe here. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, just these a few drops. And now from the front, I will do the same, but from the front. Here as well. Like this, cool. And from the front, yeah. Ooh, you see that? Still bringing a lot. Looks like not much, but in fact it is. So that's pretty cool. That may in fact be exactly what is needed. And here on the edge, something like this. Yeah, because my yellow here that is mixed with the green is from AK, and AK has great paint range with the great pigments, and I'm not sponsored, that's just the truth. What faction is that? I'm not so deep into Warhammer, and I had never seen this little big guy. These are Skaven. So Skaven are the rat people that are dwelling in the sewers, and they are always looking for this kind of stones here. That's how they fuel their civilization. Yeah, I think we could say that. And that's they were in the box, in the faction box of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, the last one. They made a big trailer announcement with many units of this box. It was pretty nice, pretty nice. And so there are the Stormfunds, which are kind of big ogres in the form of a rat ogres. That is pretty cool. I think they are very nice units from the Skaven range. So there is something I'm very afraid to do, and is this highlights here. From the glow of the stone. But let's do it. That's my first approach, and then it will be refined if necessary. But this needs a higher reflection to convey the illusion that the stones are emitting the light on the armor. For even though I would like to stay on a work break, Well, have a good one, and see you next time. It was nice to have you. So right, that's interesting here. Thank you, you too. You're very welcome. So here I'm having a very diluted paint because I want to be subtle in the application. So dot, 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 kind of stippling with the very, I think it's all right. A bit wider like this. It's not too shabby. Okay. Okay, let's do this at the top, which are also big challenge. Okay, let me wash the brush. Redo the mix. Whew, I will stay live for it. Just gives me a bit of strength because I don't want to ruin the previous. I think it's working pretty nice though. Don't want to ruin the previous layers that I have blended carefully, but of course it may happen. I'm going with very diluted paint, just like I went with this, because I want to build up these highlights smoothly. So if it means I can avoid, I will do it here too. Oh yeah. Ooh. Like it's just like one drop at the very center. So you see here, I think it's a bit stuck to transition. I have to blend again. I think the light is strong enough. Now I will blend. So yeah, a few areas where I still need to do it, but then after that I will blend back with my medium green. Oh yeah, okay, this and this. These two here I could definitely highlight a bit. I will let it dry and see. Maybe good enough. Cool. Here as well, I feel that oh yeah. Yo, you got this. Stack bag. Thank you very much. That's the road is full of doubt. Okay. Oh, I got some sun coming from the window. I will just close my curtain because I don't want light in my face. I just want it on the model. One, two, three. Yep, very good. All right, back on track. So now I will take this medium green and work again on the transitions. Okay, cool. Huh. It's okay, it's easy to blend, very good. Ooh. That was too much of a drop. Okay, let's try with that. Let me check. Okay, let's try it here. It's working fine anyway, so cool. It's because I have a solid coat of that green underneath, and so it blends very easily. And that's why it took me a lot of time. To build up the highlights. think it's pretty fine. This, yes, definitely here. Oof, I cannot see well. Okay. Okay, now I'll take my darkest green and just these two here, I think, need to fade it a little bit to the dark. Maybe this slightly as well. I have to reload the green. And no, I don't, it's here. Okay, on my palette. Again. Okay, let's check here. Everything's all right. Oops, strong. Okay. Okay. Now back to the medium green. Yeah, no, this really is not sticking much. Okay, now back to the medium green and feather that back to something darker, slightly darker on the edges. Oof. Yeah. I think that's pretty fine. This is fine too. And this just one dot there. Okay. And now back to the darker green and just at the, how to say, this here and this just so slightly, but mainly this. I have to feather back to something pretty dark. I will reload just to get some fresh paint with the best properties to finish the job, you know. Yeah, I'm reloading my palette now. That's what I'm doing. Okay. With this black green from AK. Whew, let me check first. I think these at the back are fine enough. And this one is pretty cool. I think it's done. This all right. Just so slightly, maybe. Very, very diluted. And you see how I do like a drop. More diluted, I guess. Yeah, it's very scary. Because if you do too stark, then you can make a stain, and it means redoing the. Okay. Okay, so in fact now it is wet, so it looks drastic, but when it will dry, it will be better. Oh. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I'm glad I tried on my thumb. Yeah, now that's better. Huh. Interesting. Okay, wait for it to dry and see. That may be just that again. So dropping these few drops at the edge and letting it dry and do it several times with a very thin down consistency would give the oops. Oh, that's fine enough, you know. Let's try. Don't give me the oops again. Okay, we let it dry. Feather this up here. I think it's not dry yet. Whew. Okay, that's interesting now. Pretty cool. So you see this drop of dark green in the middle has split these two reflections left and right for these two stones. So that's what I've done. And I may redo the edge highlight later. Okay. Blending the edge like this. Okay. Yeah, the edge. Let's do it now. Very nice. Gentle, subtle, and okay, once more. That will be good when it will be dry. What else do we have? Is it done? Oh, that's nice. Okay, well, if you guys like this, subscribe right now. Yeah, if you do not subscribe, then you will miss out on the rest. Sorry, been painting for 2 hours and 40 minutes. And that's why I'm losing a bit of my English. But I think I will stop here, and I'm very happy with the progress today. Could almost got it done, but I will take pictures, see where I have roughness, and if I do, I will correct it. I think here I have a bit of roughness inside here. So let me, take the highlights and redo the very center of this area here. Something like this. And here on the edge. Oops, sorry for that. Yeah, I didn't pay attention, but this area is a bit rough, and so let's go. Let's refine a bit. Whoops. Down here. Yeah, okay. And now again. Because this area here is lit by these two stones, and so it's bound to be a bit stronger. A bit larger. And I will still take my medium green and smooth out this bright green. Like right now. Good amount of water. Oh yeah. And then I wipe the most of it. Looking for an angle. Let it dry and do it again. let it dry, and do it again. Now I will take my darkest green and frame that again. And then something I have forgotten, but you see, I think I should do the edge highlight on these things here. So let me do it right now. Can I? Let me take this light green, apple green, and do it right away. Oop. So my palette is just, can show you, just green, 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 and green. 67, yes, that's a good number. 67 shades of green. For this big monster, he got what he deserved. Nice OSL. Okay, so edge highlight, that's what I said. I'll do it with my medium green first. Almost mixed up my stages. Yeah, that's exciting. I didn't think I would do that much during this live session. Like really bring the light on this guy in particular, but I did. And so I think I kept the focus. right, all right, all right. Cool, just like that. And that's enough because this is just black, so it's black, metallic black. Let's check. I may get some of these. Ooh, everything here. Oh no, that was very exciting. Now I realized this is not finished. Oops. Okay, cool, cool. Whew, I can calm down. It was the adrenaline rush to get it done. I think I will highlight this with adrenaline rush. Well, woohoo. You know what? Yeah, I really want to finish this reflection, and then I will do the lighter edge highlighting this area. Well, in fact, I have all this here. Well, yeah. Okay, let's finish first. This little area, it's not necessary absolutely, but I will do it just so that it's everything is well refined. Yeah, something like this. Okay. I think one pass will be enough. Here, good. Something like this. Okay, I'll let it dry. Okay, we'll feather that. Just felt that this reflection would do great. I think it's a lot better now. Feather that with my medium green. Okay, good enough. Yeah, something like this. Perfect. And so what I have left to do really is the edge highlights on all of these stones. Let me check the time. What time? Okay, cool. I have time. 20 minutes left before the end of the live for sure. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Well, I think that will be it for today, because I don't think I have the dry to finish now. It's been 3 hours of painting, and my fingers, you see, have the mark of the brush here. They don't respond that well anymore. But great things have been done today, so that's great. You see, these glowing stones are glowing, so that's nice. And at the top also, so that's perfect. And I will refine the rest. In fact, I have also the stone holders, let's call them like this, have to be finished, but I think it has gone very well for today already. And I'm very happy with that session, so I will end it here. Thank you very much for tuning in, and also for all of you who want to ride along with the channel and have decided to subscribe. Very grateful for that. So thank you again, and see you next time, guys.